ready?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, well, welcome everyone to Clever Little Cheese Sessions. This is episode 6, and today I'm joined by Duy. And usually Duy is behind the camera, but today he is actually going to be cooking something really special, and I'm going to let him talk to you about what that's going to be. But just before we get into that, I also just wanted to let everyone know that our Clever Little Cheese Club is up and running now. It's taken forever to get it sorted, but here we are, we're actually live now. So we've got a winter pass. I'll go through some cheeses later that are actually in that winter pass. And then we also have our monthly subscription. So the Clever Little Cheese Club is a subscription-based club. You get it delivered to your door. You will find us on chrislloyd.com.au. We're really excited to bring you our Clever Little Cheese Club. And what's so special about it, the thing that is really special about the Clever Little Cheese Club is that we will make cheeses that we haven't made for a long time. People ask us about etsy, and we haven't made that now for probably, I think, around 8 years, maybe even longer. You'll be the first to try cheeses like, for instance, our spilt milk. And I've just finished doing an interview with Channel 7, so Tim Hatfield will be talking about spilt milk and the story behind that on the news tonight on Channel 7. So it's special because there will be things in there that you won't be able to get unless you're actually a member. So we want to reward our members by introducing a whole bunch of new and interesting cheeses and other bits and pieces as well. Okay, so without any further ado, I am going to hand over to Duy, and he's going to let us know what he's going to be cooking and the ingredient that he's going to be using, which, as I said, is available in our winter Clever Little Cheese Club.
Okay, so good day. Today I am going to show you how to make a creme caramel using goat's curd. Now, very classic type of dessert. But I've kind of just done it with a goat's curd, and it just changes the texture, it changes the flavor, and it's something a little bit different. So if you like creme caramel, but you also like cheesecake, this is a great recipe. It's a really good recipe. So I'm going to show you how to do it. First off, we just get this pan. We just get
our pan going.
Yeah, we just get this going. You want to add about 80 grams of caster sugar and just a little bit of water.
Just to get it going.
Just to get it going.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of water just to get it going.
Beautiful.
And then what we're looking for is, as soon as it starts to get to a caramel, a dark caramel, which won't happen. It will go really quick.
Doesn't take long.
Doesn't take long.
No.
Doesn't take long at all.
Yeah. So Duy and I come together sometimes and, just talk about, okay, what other things we can do. And I mean, to actually do a creme caramel using goat curd, I guess in many respects is a bit unorthodox.
No,
but
very unorthodox.
It's just so nice to be able to look at different ways of being able to use, fantastic local produce as well, and incorporate that into, like Duy said, a traditional dessert. And I haven't tried this yet. I am super excited about it. You might have seen the photo that we posted on Facebook with
my dog,
with Hamon, our little cheese mascot, and he was being so ever well behaved, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be that well behaved at the end of this.
So okay, this is actually already starting to turn yellow.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. So as soon as we get to a dark type of mahogany color to it, that's when you take it off the heat. This is quite forgivable. If it starts to go a little bit bitter, that's not necessarily a problem, because the salt in the goat's curd balances that out perfectly. So you can already start to see that colour.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's great.
It's almost there.
And I'm just getting that great smell. And this takes me back to when I was a kid. I ate a lot of creme caramel. And that smell just makes me, really brings back memories. It's so beautiful.
So as soon as you get it to that level, just pour it into some ramekins. So I've got 4 here.
Okay, so the recipe does 4?
Yes, recipe does 4.
And obviously be real careful here with that.
Yeah, be very careful.
Yeah.
This will burn you if you're not careful.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, and you're just getting that lovely.
Yep, and all you have to do is just really
smell.
coat the bottom of the ramekin.
That's great.
And then just set it aside.
Will I take that away?
No. Actually, what I do with this, I actually just give it a quick bit of water, just to get rid of some of that loose sugar.
And then use it again, I'm hoping.
Use it again without doing any cleanup. So it's an easy recipe because there's not really much cleanup to it.
No, it's always good to do that, isn't it?
So set this on a medium heat. And then what I want to do is I want to add about 220 milliliters of milk. Full cream milk. And here's where the swap comes. So I'm actually using the goat's curd. Normally you'd use a cream in this, like a heavy cream, but I'm using a goat's curd for this today, and I want about 150 mils, or 150 grams, sorry, of the goat's curd. Now, this is handy because it comes in a 200 gram pack, so you can kind of just pretty much just guess.
Yeah, I like guessing. I hate measuring. I really do.
You pretty much just guess. And then that's it, just straight in. And all we're really looking for is at that point where it begins to boil. As soon as it starts to boil, take it off the heat. And while that's going, we're just going to get 3 eggs into a mixing bowl.
I'm kind of liking this because I don't make desserts, and this is looking like it's going to be like my kind of dessert. Pretty simple.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Very simple.
I like that a lot.
Not overly sweet.
I like that too, because you and I both aren't real sweet tooths, are we?
No. I mean, I like a little bit of sugar, but I'm generally not the type to just love like a sickeningly sweet type of dessert.
Yeah.
So in that mixing bowl, like I said, three eggs, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Straight in.
Yeah, that's good.
And
this is just starting now.
Yep. So you can already see that's already starting to boil. All right. Now I'm going to take that off the heat, and with the mixing bowl as well, we're going to add in 40 grams of caster sugar. Straight into the mixing bowl there. Now, if you've ever done something like this before, most people would kind of freak out because they'd look at this and you can see that the curd has separated from the whey.
Yeah, you think something's gone wrong
now.
Yeah,
so most people would think you've messed up and start again. That's not too bad in this instance because I find curd separates from whey really easily anyway, so there's no real way to avoid that. It does come back together in the next step. So I'll explain how that works. So when you've got it like this and it's still hot, just pour it slowly into your mixing bowl while you're whisking.
Oh yeah.
While you're whisking it all together. So and you can see it's quite gluggy.
Yeah, you'd be worried.
Most people would be really worried.
I would be worried. I would think, oh my god, now I've absolutely messed it up. Of that.
Yep. So not to worry. Just make sure you get as much of that curd into there as you can, because that's what's holding all the flavour.
Yeah.
So all of that curd in.
Oh my god, it still smells good though.
And it already has that kind of caramel smell to it.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So just whisk it very, very, very lightly, because what we're actually going to do, we're going to blend this. So you don't really need to whisk it all that much. So just get the blender.
Sorry, should I be doing something there? No. Wow, that's great. And our goat curd is made fresh. We make it fresh every week. So you're always going to get a nice fresh flavour in there to just give it a nice little zing.
So just straight in. we're essentially just going to blitz this up until it becomes like a really silky type of a liquid. That's pretty much it.
Gosh.
Yeah, super quick.
That's my kind of dessert. What do you think?
So back to the ramekins. You get them all in front of you.
I'm just going to leave you there.
And then all we do is just pour it all in like so. Now there's going to be a fair bit of foam on this, so just don't be too scared to fill them quite high up, because a lot of that foam is going to collapse as soon as it goes into the oven.
Mm-hmm. So there's absolutely no clumping at all.
No.
That just looks super smooth.
I could put that through. Yeah. I could actually put that through a sieve, and you'd see that there's very, very little left. So if I get,
yeah,
so there's a little bit, and you see.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay.
Like none of that.
Yeah. Whereas in the bowl, it had separated and, you know, was looking very scary, I might say.
It's super scary, yeah. And that's where most people kind of just give up and just say, no, can't do this. My mixture's split.
No, that looks really, really good. So simple.
So super simple. Now, next step, get a baking tray with a bit of a lip, and you put them into there. Just like so.
Yeah.
Alright. And then
beautiful.
In the oven, preheat your oven to 140 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the pan, pour in some boiling water into the pan.
Uh-huh.
So what essentially this does is it regulates the temperature for it to bake at.
Mm-hmm. So how high up are you coming onto the ramekin?
Oh, you usually try to aim halfway up the ramekin. Halfway up the ramekin.
Okay.
And then from there, just pop it in the oven. So our oven's to the side here, so I'm just going to put that into the oven.
So easy. I can't believe it. That's great. So how simple is that recipe to make creme caramel?
And then all you really need to do is just set a timer for about 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making them a little bit bigger than that, you can probably go to 40 minutes, but I think for that size, 35 minutes is perfect.
Yeah.
So 35-minute timer.
Yeah.
And that's it. As soon as your timer goes off, take them out, put them in the fridge, let them just cool down for a few hours, and then you're ready to serve.
Yeah, wow. Okay. And I'm waiting for it. So, as I said, the goat curd is actually available in our winter Clever Little Cheese Club. So if you do subscribe and you get some goat curd, maybe you could even try Duy's recipe. We'll put that recipe up online and on our Clever Little Cheese recipe section on our website. So if you are interested in having a look there, I've got recipes there from Mandy Hall as well, who's a really great supporter. There might be some of my recipes on there as well, but yeah, it's all fun.
Okay, so back to it. This is one we prepared earlier.
Here's one I prepared before.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, so to get it out, I like to get a knife and just go into the sides like that, and just cut around the sides of it just to release it from the
just from the sides.
Just from the sides, yeah.
Because it won't probably be.
And
stuck
you can
on
already
the bottom.
see that the caramel's starting to leak out because I'm turning it. So I'm just going to straighten this up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for this.
And you can see it's spinning. So which means it's kind of just all let go. Okay, and then all you really need to do is just turn it upside down onto a plate. And it will release. Just give it a second.
Yeah. Might just be a little tiny bit stuck.
Yeah. This always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Ah, you can hear it coming out.
You can hear it coming out.
Oh wow. Oh my god, that looks so amazing. So how easy was that? I mean, that That's such a great dessert to make.
It's a good dessert.
Now that we can have people over.
Yes.
Everyone's going to be cooking and
best thing about this dessert is it doesn't take very, very long. You can make a lot of them and keep them in the fridge for a few days if you really want to, so you can make way ahead of time. And it's great on its own like this. It's seriously good on its own. But if you want to take it to the next level, there's actually 2 very, very simple ingredients you can add to it. One is just a ginger nut biscuit. A ginger nut biscuit? Yeah, have some.
Thank you. I love ginger nuts.
Super crunchy. You know, it has that.
Oh yeah, really crunchy.
Yeah, you can kind of just really smell that ginger, the spice
and
in it.
it's not overly sweet.
No, exactly.
As well, you know,
so it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
So all you really need to do is just get this and you can break it up. Just in your hand.
Yeah.
And just.
Yeah, nice to have big chunks of it, isn't it?
And you can just put it on like that. That's probably all I want.
Yeah.
And then to finish it off.
I'm going to be eating this, aren't I?
So to finish it off, you just get some ice cream. So I've actually got some vanilla bean ice cream from Jalista. And
another good SA company.
yes.
Yeah.
And then just serve that on the side with it.
Wow.
And that's it.
Amazing.
Creme caramel
Ta-da!
with goat's curd.
That looks amazing, and yeah, obviously made with our goat curd. So I'm going to just see if I can find a little teaspoon to tuck into that.
Yeah.
Hope you're
Right
jealous. Oh, thank you. And oh yeah, so it's just got a really beautiful texture. I'm going to get a little bit of the caramel. I love the caramel syrup. And some of the.
Make sure you get some of the biscuit.
Oh yeah, I did. Don't you worry.
What do you reckon?
Oh wow, that is amazing. Make it. It's so good. It really is. Oh, it's so fresh. The texture's just. Well, actually, for me, the texture's slightly different to what I'm used to with the creme caramel.
Yes.
But
it's a bit more of a cheesecake texture.
Yeah, but not overly. It's still very, very smooth and silky, and yeah, I would say, definitely be making this. So I'd just like to thank you for tuning in to Clever Little Cheese Sessions again. A short and sweet one today. A great recipe to make, and as I said, Dewey's sharing that recipe with us, and we'll put it online. And I'd just like to say thank you.
That's all right.
For putting that together for us. That's really amazing.
It's super easy. Super easy.
And Dewey's got another couple of little recipes that I'm hoping that we can actually share with you sometime soon again. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully see you for the next Clever Little Cheese Sessions. Bye.
Bye.